The phone vibrated between us like a living thing. Not loud, not urgent, just enough to be noticed. She was in the bathroom, steam pressed against the glass. I sat on the edge of the bed, jacket still on, keys still in my hand. I hadn't even decided whether I was staying or leaving when the screen lit up. One notification, a name saved without a last name. I didn't pick up the phone. I didn't need to. The glow reflected in the mirror across the room, pale and intrusive, like light slipping under a locked door. I remember thinking how clean everything looked. The apartment, the sheets, her side of the bed, untouched. A life arranged carefully enough to hide rot beneath it. The vibration stopped. Silence returned, heavier than before. I told myself it meant nothing, that suspicion is just imagination wearing confidence, that love requires blindness to survive. But my chest didn't agree. Something had shifted. Not broken, cracked. And once a crack exists, pressure does the rest. She came out smiling, casual, easy, familiar. She kissed my cheek like she always did, like muscle memory. Her hair smelled clean. Her eyes didn't hesitate. That hurt more than if they had. "You're quiet," she said. "Long day." A lie. Not even a good one. But she accepted it. That was the problem. She accepted lies too easily. At dinner, she talked about nothing. Work complaints, a show she wanted to watch, a friend I'd met twice and never thought about again. Her fork moved rhythmically, perfectly controlled. I watched her hands. Hands don't lie. People forget to train them. They were steady, too steady. That night, when she slept, I stared at the ceiling and replayed moments I had archived as irrelevant. Late replies, sudden privacy, a laugh I wasn't part of, patterns hiding inside routine. I didn't accuse, I didn't ask. I understood something fundamental instead. If I confronted her now, I would only receive a better lie. I became patient. Patience is often mistaken for weakness. It's actually discipline. I learned her schedules better than she knew them herself. I noticed when her phone stayed face down, when she left rooms to take calls she used to answer anywhere, when she smiled at messages and deleted them immediately after. I checked nothing in anger. I waited for confirmation. Phone records came first. Not content. Patterns, repetition, timing, familiar numbers appearing during emotional gaps, late nights, early mornings. Then the cloud backups, photos not shared, metadata that betrayed location even when captions didn't exist. I watched her from across rooms and realized how easy it is to be faithful in performance alone. She still laughed, still touched my arm, still said my name the same way, and yet she had already left. At some point, suspicion hardened into knowledge. Not complete, but enough. Enough to act. The final piece arrived quietly, an account login she forgot to change, a conversation archived, not erased, words typed carelessly, assuming privacy. I read everything once. No shaking hands, no racing pulse, just clarity. Later that evening, I sat across from her at the table. The apartment glowed softly, expensive light bouncing off clean surfaces. Luxury makes betrayal feel even colder. I slid my phone across the table. I didn't say what it was. She looked down, then up, then back down again. Her face emptied. Shock always comes before defense. People need time to build walls. "I can explain," she said. "I know." That was all. The silence that followed did the rest. I stood first, not aggressively, not dramatically, just finished. I told her what I knew, not everything, only enough to show precision. Dates, places, messages, facts, no emotion attached. She cried. Of course she did. Tears are a reflex, not a confession. She asked for forgiveness before accountability. That told me everything. I put on my coat slowly. "You planned this," she whispered. "No," I said. "I survived it. There's a difference." I didn't raise my voice, I didn't insult her, I didn't need to. The truth had already dismantled her image of control. I left her sitting there, surrounded by the life she had gambled and lost. Outside, the city breathed calmly. Cars passed, lights shifted. People moved on without knowing anything had ended. I walked, not fast, not slow, just forward. Betrayal doesn't destroy you when you understand it. It clarifies. It strips illusion down to structure. It teaches you exactly how alone you've always been, and how capable. I didn't feel victorious. I felt accurate. Some endings don't require closure, only distance. And as I disappeared into the evening, I realized something final and clean. She didn't take anything from me. She only revealed what was already gone.